Welcome to the YouTube Live. This is going to be a part of the podcast too. It's going to be another amazing episode. I've been doing some reflecting, and going into January, we're going to really be putting a ton of content out. And there are so many people that we work with throughout the year that we had literally come up with a concept that allows someone to run a solo wholesaling business just by themselves. There's two types of people, right? That want to get started in real estate. A person who have a good paying job, but they just have the strong desire to be an entrepreneur, and then another person who's just struggling and they're just trying to figure out how to make money in life with limited resources, limited skills, and limited patience. And then sometimes they still have a job, but it isn't as great quality, so they don't have the money to pay VAs, they don't have the money to invest in softwares, all of that type of stuff. So what we figured out is a way to show them how to create a system and a predictable business that's going to allow them to basically wholesale. Now, this strategy will work perfectly for someone who's okay with virtually wholesaling. Virtually wholesaling just means I'm okay with getting leads or inconsistent leads. All over the place. Meaning I may get 4 leads today, but they're not all in the same market. I may get leads in Ohio. I may get leads in Florida. I may get leads in Pennsylvania. I may get leads in North Carolina. And I'm okay with calling these different people, having different conversations, and just talking to them and making offers, right? So the biggest thing is most people got a learning curve to understand lead generation. So a lot of my clients, they'll spend 2, 3, 4 months on just getting the lead generation down pat to now they got to jump to another hurdle. They got to learn acquisitions, right? And once they learn acquisitions, then they're struggling with dispo. So you literally got to get 3 to 4 things right to even get a deal close to escrow. And then once you open up escrow and put it down on escrow, that's a whole nother level to a video game where you got to deal with title issues, issues with the seller, issues with the title company, cash buyer. It's a lot. So that being said, I'm going to give you the blueprint that I think will work. Now, you can do this so many different ways, but I'm going to give you a new company that's up and coming that'll literally solve all your answers, and there shouldn't be no reason why you can't get a deal or two on a contract in the next week and a half, 2 weeks after me showing you this. I did another video overviewing it, but I'm going to break it down step by step what I would do and what I'm currently doing as we recording behind the scenes videos to show you how to use the software. Now, the biggest strategy is 2 ways to effectively wholesale. You could do outbound marketing or inbound marketing, right? Now, outbound marketing, PPC, Facebook ads, direct mail, commercials, radio, TV. That's outbound marketing, right? Actually, my apologies. That's inbound marketing. Outbound marketing is cold calling, SMS, that type of thing. So one of the things that a lot of people get constrained on is the budget. I would love to do pay per lead. I would love to do Facebook ads, but I just don't have, the $200 per lead. And then I'm not that good to be spending $200, $100 per lead, and I'm not that great closer. So a newbie may take 25 leads to get 1 contract. So if you do 25 times 300, that's a couple of $1,000. I don't know off the top of my head, but I know that's $3,000-$4,000, right? But what if there's a way that you can enroll in a platform and that you can just pay a flat fee, like $200-$300 a month, and you guaranteed a certain amount of leads? And guess what? You can go in and cherry pick the leads and call the leads once you're ready to do your calls. What I mean by that is most people struggle is because they don't have time to consistently call the leads as soon as they get them. So even if you was using a pay-per-lead platform, or if you was using a VA to generate leads, a lot of clients, they're stuck at work, they're busy for the next 2-3 days, and then they're waiting 3-4 days, a week to call these leads, and now they go from being hot and warm to being lukewarm and not interested no more. So that's the biggest cycle that most entrepreneurs face when they're trying to virtually wholesale. They don't understand all the mechanics and the logistics. Now, with this platform, and I've been testing it, I just don't sell or bring stuff to people. I just want to make sure that when I work with clients, my number one job is to help my clients be successful and get their business off the ground. I'm okay with working with people at the beginning of their real estate career because I understand that I'm a stepping stone for people. I might not be the start and the end for you, and I might not be for everybody, but anybody who want to get started, who want to have a real predictable business, usually come to me. That being said, it's this platform called Newly, right? And you can use my promo code CEO929. I'm going to put all that information in the video once I finish, but I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you exactly how this platform is going to make you a solo operator and how can you get on here and truly crush it, right? Now, with everything has its compromises. And that's the biggest thing you got to understand in life. There's always going to be compromises. You're never going to get anything done 100%. And by the way, if you have any questions, feel free to drop your questions. Do you still JV? Yes, I JV both land and residential. If you're interested in JV, you got a great deal on the contract, do me a favor and send it over to me. Email me, Antoine, Antoine, at CEO929.com, and I'll respond back to you and see if I can help you sell deals. We've sold deals in the Midwest, up and down the East Coast. We sold deals in Florida, so we can help you sell your deal. As long as it's right and it's priced right, we can get you a buyer. Let me share my screen really quickly because I don't like doing long, drawn out, fluffy videos. I like to just give you the sauce and let you go about your business. Here we go. Okay, so you're going to be able to see my screen in just 1 second. Great. So here's a platform called Newly that I stumbled across, and I'm good friends with I'm good associates with the owner, and he's building something so amazing that I think this is perfect for someone just starting out or someone who don't have the the $2, $3, $4,000 a month budget to hire a team of VAs to do all this, but someone who want an equal, fair opportunity to really get a deal on a contract. Because if you hire cold callers and you don't make time to call the leads, you're not going to get a deal. Simple as that. But the reason why I say it's effective for virtual wholesaling is because you can come in here and just cherry pick deals, right? So it gives you a map and show you what all the current leads that are available. So far today, they upload 19 leads. Now, these are shared leads, meaning that there are other people that's going to be calling these leads, but it's capped at 3 people, I believe. So you know that everybody named Mother is not going to be calling, but a lot of other people that sell leads, they sell leads to multiple people too. I think they cap them as well, like I Speed to Lead, Lead Zolo. But I do know Lead Zolo have independent campaigns where if you want exclusive leads, you have to pay that premium, $150 to $300 per lead. But this is perfect because you can get started for $199 for 25 leads a month. You don't have to use. So the leads are what we call a la carte. And why is this so important? Because like I said, 90% of the people I work with don't really truly have time to do this business, right? They may want to, play around tomorrow while they got a little time off. They may have time next Tuesday. They may have time next Thursday, but they're not consistent working Monday through Friday, putting 3 to 5 hours a day into the business like a job. I know because I work with them. I see the results. I talk to their VAs. I get feedback. And I'm telling you, the reason why they're not winning and most people not winning in this business is because they don't take the time to consistently have good conversations to warm and hot leads when they finally get them. But the reason why this is important is because you can go in here today and say, okay, I got 3 hours to burn. Let me figure out where I want to set up shop for my wholesaling operation. You can go in here and say, okay, well, I see a bunch of leads up and down the East Coast, the Eastern Seaboard of the United States. If you notice, they don't really have much going on in the Midwest or, the middle of the United States. So this is a strategy for someone that really is okay with just virtually wholesaling. That's okay. We're calling leads in different states, right? So we're going to go look down the list. I see something in Missouri, Hillsville, Missouri. I see something in Tennessee. It's a mobile home. single family home, and I'm just looking for something that's going to catch my eye. Birmingham, Alabama. If it, I'm gonna try to get this lead if it ain't sold out, right? Yep. See, lead no longer available. So that sucks. But that would have been a great lead because at the end of the day, I know for a fact there's plenty of buyers. Give me 1 second while I log back in. I know for a fact that there's plenty of buyers in Alabama that I can sell to. I have a great cash buyers list out there. So we're gonna keep scrolling down. Today is the 18th. We can even I even call some leads from the day before, 2 days old. But I'd love to get the leads from the day of. So it's basically like a 24-hour delay on the leads. I think they get all the leads from the day before, early that morning. Then they upload them around 9, 10 o'clock that day. So the smart thing to do is just go on the computer while you're at work on your lunch break, grab the leads you want, and then call them when you get off work, or call them set a dedicated time when you call them, and just be consistent. So Cape Coral, Florida always is good. Los Angeles, I never done a deal in California, so I'll stay away from stuff that I don't really know about personally, because I don't want this to be a learning experiment. I'm trying to get Houston, Texas. I know there's plenty of buyers out there. In Texas, I personally struggle with comping because it's a non-disclosure state. So you got to understand, you got to pick your battles wisely where you want to set up shop. And then one of the things is, if you don't know a state or area, just copy and look up the city to figure out, okay, what area is this? What is there cash buyers there? And I'm gonna do a whole nother video to show you another platform that we use to find cash buyers and have them already skip trades for us, so we can call them and sell our deals really quickly. Did I click on that Memphis, Tennessee already? I think I did. Colorado, Michigan, New Jersey. Mobile home, North Carolina. That was from yesterday. All this from yesterday. Michigan. Like I said, I'm gonna pick something from today. Okay, forget it. Let's just go to Spartanburg. Spartanburg is in South Carolina, I believe. And I'm familiar with Spartanburg. Okay, this is single family homes. Let's see, can we grab this joint? Confirm. Okay, I've successfully purchased that joint. So I'm gonna go and show you my dashboard. This is how it's gonna look. So I got 20 leads remaining. This is one of them. I got multiple accounts with them, but this is one just to show you guys for presentation purposes. Right here. So when you purchase the lead, it's gonna show right here. So all you gotta do is boom, go into there, view the details about it. So expand it. It don't give you much. It just give you the person's name and a phone number, and just give them a call and say, hey, this is Antoine Campbell giving you a call. I see that you're interested in getting an offer on your house. I'm here to make your offer on your house. And then go into your script. There's so many different variations of scripts on how to do it. But this is the most effective way to solo wholesale right now, where you solve one of the biggest problems. Okay, I need leads to call and make acquisition calls. Now you open up a new door where now you just focus on your acquisitions. But the secret to the acquisitions is you got to make sure you're consistent and you're following up and you have a genuine quality relationships with people. So if you're not having quality relationships with your potential sellers, they're not going to sell you the deal. You're not solving a problem. You're not listening to what their needs are, and you're not trying to figure out, how soon they want to sell. You're going to struggle. So now you can bypass the lead generation part and just focus solely on sales, right? And then once you get that deal on contract, then you can dispo it really quickly with another platform. So literally, this is perfect for someone who wants to bypass that. Also, if you still have a VA and you just want the VAs to warm these leads up for you and just go through the list, you can still do that too. Now, I will get on a higher package where I'm getting maybe like I'll call them up and say, hey, what would it cost if I can get 80 leads a month? They may tell you to switch over to paper lead if you have a budget, but I do believe they have another package where you can get more than just 25 leads a month. So if you have any questions, Don't hesitate to drop your questions down here. I just want to show you that you can do this solo. You don't have to cold call 10,000 people to generate leads. You're guaranteed 25 leads a month. What 25 leads, you can close probably 2 contracts, maybe 3 if you're good enough, a month with just this 199 budget. So this is for somebody who's trying to get started, trying to get 1 or 2 contracts consistently, make between $10,000 and $20,000, and literally once you get that $20,000 or that $15,000 and you do 2, 3 deals like that, then you're able to take a $10,000 budget and really go all in on your pay per lead, where you spend $4,000 for the next 3 months and buy 100 leads. You know what I mean? So what do $4,000 get you with 100 leads or 120 leads? Let me do the math on that, because you might can get them cheaper than that. $4,000. Yeah, so that's literally paying around $40 a lead. So you may can get away with that. But 100 leads, you know what I mean? These are quality leads. These are people interested in selling. These are not tire kickers. And that's the thing. You just got to stay on the phone and do your reps. Most people are sporadic with this business. They only do it 1 day here, 2 days there. You got to do it, consistently, back to back, every day. I don't care if you get off work late. Figure it out. Adjust your time. Get a new job. Work night shift. Like, change your schedule around to the point that you can make this a priority. Because think about it, if you can make, $35,000, $40,000 a month on the side, right, just by working 2 to 3 hours a day, uh, and your job may only be paying you $60K a year, wouldn't that be a better trade? So I will keep my job, make sure that I'm in position to pay my bills, maybe go to graveyard shift or go to a different shift where I'm able to consistently work 5 hours a day. So that being said, I'm going to put the website in the show notes just to show you guys how to get set up for this. If you have any questions, always drop your comments down in the questions. If you're listening to this on Spotify as the podcast, give your boy a 5-star review. Follow me. If you need any help with getting set up, this is what we teach our clients. Listen to your situation and figure out what's the best strategy. Some of you guys, this might not make sense for you. You may still need a VA. You may still need a whole team build out. It all depends on your exact situation. But for a lot of people, that's a solo operator, that's on a limited budget, that has a limited time, you can literally just test this out for a month or 2. Like, what I would do is just put on a credit card and go get a side gig and then pay my credit card down. And guess what? If, do it for 2 months, spend the $200 a month on this or whatever the case may be. And if you get a deal, you're winning. When you get a deal, because there shouldn't be no reason why you can't get a deal if you're following everything, people are teaching you. If you're following proper sales training, proper acquisition guidance, you should be able to get a deal. But, people make this business so hard, all these stats and formulas and all that. Get on the phone, talk to the prospects, figure out what their problems is, figure out what you can do to solve their problems, right? Make the offer align to solving their problems. Example, if a person needs to relocate, how can your offer ensure that they're going to be able to relocate if they sell to you? That may be you giving them money for a U-Haul, you're letting them stay an extra 2 weeks, and then you're holding back some money and escrow until they move out. It could be a bunch of different things. So, real estate wholesaling, I tell people, you get paid for solving problems, right? That's all we do. We are concierge service. That's all we do, solve problems. And once you understand that, you're going to be able to grow your business, help people, and then your word of mouth business is going to pick up when you get family, friends, relatives, title companies. Everybody's going to be calling you because they know that you are effective at getting deals done. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope that that's a good blueprint for you. Like I said, it's no 40 steps here. It's no new script here. It's no new process here. It's no new formula here. No, 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 no. It's simple. Get leads. Make time to call the leads. Make offers that solve people's problems. Use your strategy. Listen. Be attentive. Show empathy. Get them an offer that makes sense. Get the deal on the contract, and then get the dispo. Right? Obviously, if the house is worth 300,000, you can't get on a contract for 250. Talking about we put 5,000 to it. No, 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 no. You can't be in la la land. You have to look at deals and explain to people that you are an investor. You work with a group of investors, and it's your job to ensure that they make a profit on their money, as well as it's my job to ensure I can give you the most amount of money for your house without being a burden on them financially. That's my script. Everybody have a different script. Every script works differently for different people. Figure out which one makes sense to you and get it. Do you dispo MLS deals? No, I don't do that. Don't do that. Don't dispo MLS deals. The MLS is the biggest dispo platform in the world. So if the deal can't sell off the MLS to investors and cash buyers, then clearly it might not be as great of a deal as you can. Now, when I first got started back in 2016, 15, 16, we was being taught by Google to do deals off the MLS. Now, in that market, it was a lot of bank-owned stuff on there. So, and the only reason why that made sense was the deals were so cheap because they was owned by the bank. It's just that it was hard to win. It was hard to get your offers accepted. So if you did get an offer accepted, you can wholesale it because you got it so cheap. Like you get a $300,000 house under contract for $40,000, and you could wholesale it for $75,000, $80,000, make $35,000. That was possible back then, but I don't see that right now. You know what I mean? Just because the banks are smarter, it is not a lot of inventory from that post 2008, 9, 10 crisis. Most of the inventory has been revitalized and already turned over and flipped. And then the inventory that you could have done that with, that made sense from COVID, the government stepped in and kind of shielded it and created all these moratoriums and, allow people to put this negative equity or this negative debt on the back of their loans. So I personally wouldn't deal with MLS, wholesale MLS properties. Because if the buy, like for me, like when I'm buying deals, I already have a criteria set up where the realtor send me these deals every day. So if I didn't already make an offer on it, or if I already seen it, then it don't make sense for me to buy from you. Any other questions? I want to answer questions and be of value to people. If you're struggling, listen, if you haven't talked to sellers this month consistently, you're not going to get a deal. One of the things I learned, it's about sowing and reaping. So if you are not having conversations now, if you're not cold calling now, if you're not doing acquisitions now, then the possibilities that your January and February looking prosperous is slim to none because you're not sowing the seeds to allow these relationships and these transactions to grow and for you to harvest from them. There are going to be situations where you're going to be talking to sellers for a month and a half, 2-3 months before they're ready to sign, just because you have two types of sellers. You have sellers that need to sell right now, and you have sellers that don't have to sell, but they would like to sell. So most of the times you're going to get a lot of people that don't have to sell, but they would like to sell, and you just got to ride that course with them until they're ready to sign an actual contract. So that's one of the biggest things that a lot of investors get stuck on is, this person don't. I talked to a person last week, and we established that he don't have to sell. And like I told him, like, if you're making all this cash flow in the house and you don't have no need to sell, no one's going to pay you full retail just because, that's what you want. Like, if you're not willing to go in there and make it like 2027 and put all this money into it to really make it like HGTV, no one's going to pay you for retail. Simple as that. I don't care what market we're in. But if you're okay and you and a cash offer, you're okay with not accepting a cash offer, then there's nothing really I can do for you or any one of us. And just move on. Move on to your next list or your next lead, and my biggest advice is don't give the energy to your next lead that how you felt about your last lead. I mean, if that conversation was bumpy and you're a little agitated, man, drink your cup of coffee, do what's necessary, because at the end of the day, um, you know, you want to give everybody a fresh, you want to give everybody a fresh slate. You don't want for people to think that you're a mean person and you just all over the place. Any other questions before we get out of here? I just want to make sure I answer as many questions as possible. If you want to book a free strategy call with us, strategy calls usually lead to working with us. So if you have no intentions to, hire help to get you going, don't book the call. But if you definitely want to just talk about your situation and figure out what we can do to come and help your situation, head over to my website, ceo9.com/booking. Book a call with us. Uh, I will personally take the call and see what we can do to help you. Sometimes we get other people. Some of my other salespeople take calls, but majority of the times, if I have time, I make time for my clients because I really want to hear your situations and I really want to make sure that you got the best. My next video, we're going to be covering lead generation with cold calling. Then we're going to be covering dispositions, and then we're going to be talking about just how to formulate and make offers and do acquisitions. We're going to be having sales literally starting today. So if you need acquisitions or acquisition training or virtual assistant acquisition, now is the time to book that call so we can talk about the sale and what we could do to onboard you. Listen, you want to go into January, go into the new year, already with seeds in the ground, already ready for whatever's ahead of you. You don't want to be flat-footed and trying to, I'm going to wait out the Christmas, I'm going to wait the next year. The people that always say I'm going to wait always get left behind. Do it now. Do it while it's hard. My wife always say, do that shit while it's hard. Like, do it now. Just get it out the way. You know what I mean? The longer you wait and the longer you procrastinate on things, the deeper the hole you dig for yourself. Simple as that. Listen, it's your boy Antoine. Follow me on IG at CEO929. Like I said, we're going to be ramping up the videos. I've been a little stagnant with the videos just because I've been working so hard. But yeah, so let's get going. Appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all. One love. Let's get to it. Talk to you later.